This is Revelations chapter 3 and verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Shalom. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Alright, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Alright, so the scripture I brought out, Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Alright, which means hold it tight. Okay, hold it tight, that no man take thy crown. Alright, you brothers out there, you kings. Alright, you brothers out there, you Akim are kings. Alright, and you sincere sisters, you guys are not queens. Okay, because a queen goes back to prostitute. You guys are princesses. Alright, you sincere sisters are princesses, and you sincere brothers, you're kings. Okay, and I'm making this lesson because you have a lot of brothers out there who need a faith booster, or who are trials and tribulations. It's a very hard fight. Okay, it's a very hard fight, but the Lord is asking you to hold this what you have dear to you. Hold it tight, that no man take thy crown. Right? You have to want your crown. Right? The Lord's not just gonna hand it to you. Okay? Verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. What's the pillar do? Okay, a pillar is a strong thing that upholds something. Alright? You Akim gotta be pillars. Alright, you gotta be strong in the truth, and you gotta uphold the truth, with all your power. Alright, because the Lord put the Spirit on you. Hey, if you have the Spirit, the Lord put the Spirit on you, to go hard. Alright, and every brother has a different amount of faith, different measures of faith. Okay, but the Lord is making all of us a pillar. Okay, uphold this truth, and he shall go on, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. Okay, so the Lord is giving us his name, right? The Lord is giving us this truth. Okay, this knowledge, right? You have to uphold it. All right, hold it dear. Fight. Keep the good fight of faith. All right. Okay. So this is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Right? You got to keep the faith. You got to fight this fight to the end. All right. We're going to be persecuted. Okay. We're coming into a time where your name's probably going to be on a poster, on the wanted poster. You're probably going to have a big old picture of you right there, slap dab in the middle. And you walk down the street and there's another one. And you walk down the street and there's another one. Okay? You're going to be persecuted. Alright, we're coming into some very, very serious times. I can make no mistake about it. Alright? Hold your crown. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. Right? If you keep the fight, You know, you're fighting the good fight. You already in the fight. Why would you leave? Does the scriptures not say that any man who put his hand on the plow can take it out? Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. What day? The day where all hell breaks loose, the day where the nukes come. The Lord gonna beam us up, man. The strangeness of his salvation. These other people are gonna be amazed. Why? Because you're gonna be made a king when you're beamed up. Okay? You're gonna be made a king. All right? You're not gonna be beamed up, with unrighteously. The Lord's already gonna have probably the covenant in you. Okay? And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. Right? You say you love the Lord, don't you? Or you say you fear the Lord. We got a lot of brothers out there that say they fear the Lord, but do you really fear the Lord? Do you have that deep fear, that compassion for this thing? Or are you just doing it because somebody's telling you, oh, your quota for today is 3 videos, so that's all you do? You do it just to not upset the brother. No, you gotta do it for the Lord, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. That's not how the men of the Lord will roll, man. The men of the Lord do what they gotta do as hard as they can possibly do it. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost because when I was first in this thing, I had that kind of like, oh, you know what? Let me just do them, and then I can just get it out the way. No, man, it's not the right spirit to have. Call Allah Yahweh Shem said that He took that spirit out of me. Okay, call Allah Yahweh Shem. You gotta be sincere in this thing, man. Do what you gotta do, and do it as hard as you can, because the Lord said, "Let no man take thy crown." Let me read this again. 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. What does that mean? It means this is eventually going to end. This fight is eventually going to end. So hey, and the end is coming near, man. Keep on fighting, man. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. That is a beautiful scripture, man. Because it shows brothers that hey, this fight is eventually going to end, and you gotta try to keep it to the best of your ability, man. Keep this fight going. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing. And that is a beautiful scripture. Okay? Alright, you say you love the Lord, real quick, let me get this right here. Okay. Let me see. Bear with me, okay. Alright, because we coming into this time where we're gonna be judged, man. Not so like you're not judged, but persecuted. Okay, we're gonna be persecuted. All right, and during that persecution, the Lord really want to see if you're really with Him or not. All right, this is John chapter 15 and verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you. The Lord is telling you, remember this. Okay, the servant is not greater than his Lord. Are you not a servant of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? And what will happen to Yahushai when he got here? As a man. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. Right. If they persecuted the Lord Yahushai, you think you're greater than him? You think you're above persecution? You think, oh, you know what? He went through it. I don't gotta go through it. No, man. You gotta go through this thing too. You gotta you gotta be you gotta be renewed. Okay? If they have kept me saying, they will keep yours also. Okay? But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake. Right, man. You gotta keep this fight, man. You know, because a fight is only a fight if it's hard. You know, if it's an easy walkthrough, it's not a fight. Because they know not him that sent me. Right, man. You know, these people don't know, man. Now let me get this. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. Ooh, that's a beautiful scripture, man. Because we are not above persecution. Persecution is going to come. It's only going to get harder. All right. And if you have a spirit where you already don't even want to do this thing no more, might as well just go on and live in the world, man. Go about your day. You know, enjoy this world while you can, man. Because if you got that spirit of, man, I don't even want to. You know, if you're waking up every day and you're like, I gotta do this shit again. You know, I gotta serve the Lord again. You know, if you got that spirit, man, hey, go kick rocks, man. Because the Lord needs servants. All right. Okay. So, let me get this. Okay. And I'm gonna close it out on here. Okay, let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse. Let me start at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? You're gonna be tempted. Okay? Why are you gonna be tempted? Because it's gonna be hard. You know, this thing is a very narrow path, man. You're gonna barely get out of this thing. You know, out of this world. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Why did you constantly have to endure? And heart means mind. You gotta be mentally prepared for this stuff. And constantly endure. That means that hard times are gonna be coming constantly. You gotta constantly endure. You know? And we're not perfect, you know. We sin. Okay, we in this corrupt flesh. We sin. Okay. But the Lord telling us to the scriptures say, you know, to not condemn yourself, roughly paraphrasing. Why? Because we in this corrupt flesh. You know, our spirit doesn't want to sin. You know, we're not living in sin, but sin comes with this corrupt body we got. All right, so you got to set your heart aright, which is your mind, and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Right? You can't be in that spirit of, oh shit, you know, what am I gonna do? You know, trust in the Lord, man. That's what you're gonna do. Because if you sincere this thing, if you really sincere in this thing, you know, the Lord will get you out of that. And if you really believe and fear the Lord, the Lord will get you out of this. Out of any trouble you got. Does the scripture not say knowledge and shall be the stability of thy times? Why does the scripture say that? Because when all hell breaking loose, you're gonna be having faith in the Lord. How about Shemashai? Why? Because you have knowledge. Why do you have knowledge? Because you have the Spirit of the Lord. Because you fear the Lord. Cleave unto him, which means hold tight, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Right, your spirit's gonna be increased. You're gonna have a crown on you. You're gonna be made a king. Okay? And the whole reason I'm bringing these scriptures out is to show you that persecution is going to come. So you got to hold on tight to that crown, man. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Right. You know, it's going to be a tough battle, man. Like a boxing ring, you know. You see a fighter get rocked. You know, he's not just going to give up. Okay? He's going to he's going to go back to his corner. He's going to reevaluate things, and he's going to come back, you know, cheerfully. He's going to come back, okay, you know, I got rocked last round, but hey, you know, maybe I can rock him this time. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Right now we're at a lower state. Okay? Right now we are at a lower state, so we gotta be patient, man. Patiently waiting for that crown, man. And this is the point right here. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? We are in the furnace of adversity right now, and that furnace is going to be heating up more because we're going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right? This is a hopeful year that we are in that day. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. What is your reward? What is your reward? Think about it. What are you truly fighting for? You're fighting that the Lord get you out of here, that you go into that state where you don't you don't go off anymore. You want that you want to be that hopeful elect, don't you? The elect is going to be saved out of this, man. The elect are going to be made kings. And eventually all Israel will be made, will be reborn, but through the elect. And they got to suffer through this Jacob's trouble first, too. Verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded? Right. Who trusted in the Lord and was let down? You know, who trusted in the Lord that was abandoned? All right. Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken? Right. Who feared the Lord truly and sincerely, and was abandoned? No one. That's the only right answer. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Right? Hold on tight, man. It's a fight. It's a fight. Okay? And that's the point. I'm going to close it off on there. It was a little bit of a longer video, but, hey, the Spirit was on me, man. So with that, I want to give our praise on going to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who I sincerely believe are the true prophets of the Lord. Peace and salutations unto the elect, and let no man take your crown, Akim. Alright? With that, I'm going to say shalom.